The Department of Agriculture is partnering with major retail chains to distribute affordable rice to the public. The spokesperson Arnel de Mesa said several major supermarket chains have agreed to support the expanded Rice for All program. This came after Agriculture Secretary Francisco Tiu Laurel Jr. met last week with retailers to discuss ways to stabilize rice prices and improve access to cheaper rice for Filipino households. De Mesa said the initiative will continue even as some retail chains have backed out of the program for fear of losing profits from selling government-sourced rice. He said some convenience stores have expressed interest in joining the program. The Rice for All program, which will be piloted in Metro Manila, will involve retailers selling sulit rice at 38 pesos per kilo as well as the 29 peso rice for vulnerable sectors. The country can expect more foreign investments as it proved its potential as a global investment hub at the World Economic Forum Annual Meeting 2025 in Davos, Switzerland. House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez said the country's productive engagement promoted the Philippines as a key destination for global investments, which in turn would create more jobs and propel economic growth. He said the World Economic Forum has drawn the attention of global investors to the Philippines, giving it opportunities to speed up progress through concrete investments. The Philippine delegation sent by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. includes Finance Secretary Ralph Recto, Trade Secretary Maria Cristina Roque, and business leaders from various sectors. The delegation highlighted the country's legislative reforms aiming to benefit investors, such as the Create More Law and the Maharlika Investment Fund, showcasing the advantages of investing in the Philippines. The team also participated in high-level discussions and engaged with prominent global business leaders and officials, emphasizing the country's balanced geopolitical approach and commitment to economic stability. The delegation also hosted the Philippine Breakfast Interaction, where they briefed close to 50 international public and private sector leaders on the Philippine economy and its potential. Malacanang confirmed today that President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has granted executive clemency to former Iloilo City Mayor Jed Patrick Mabilog. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin confirmed this in a text message to reporters following the announcement of Mabilog's camp on the president's decision. He said Mabilog was granted executive clemency in recognition of his long-standing commitment to good governance, along with awards and recognition received by Iloilo City under his leadership. Bersamin added that penalties or disabilities in connection with his administrative cases will be removed. Mabilog was dismissed in 2017 for misconduct and dishonesty. He was included in former President Rodrigo Duterte's controversial narco list, during which he denied ties with the illegal drug trade. He appeared in a congressional hearing on September 19, 2024 to clear his name. Mabilog is also facing graft charges before the Office of the Ombudsman for interfering with the awarding of a government contract to a towing service firm, which he and former Iloilo City Councilor allegedly have a vested interest. In other news, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority reminds candidates in the 2025 midterm elections to maintain cleanliness, especially as they go around during the campaign period. MMDA General Manager Procopio Lipana said they have noticed that some candidates are violating the rules on common posting areas and have placed their campaign paraphernalia everywhere. Lipana said candidates have the responsibility to obey the Commission on Elections campaign rules and keep their surroundings clean. He said failing to follow the rules on election paraphernalia have corresponding penalties. Meantime, the MMDA will continue its Oplan Baklas and remove illegally installed election paraphernalia. The 90-day campaign period for the national candidates will start on February 11 and will last until May 10. Meanwhile, the 45-day campaign period for local candidates will run from March 28 to May 10. For those traveling through the city of Manila, the Manila Police District announced that several roads in the city will be closed down in time for the celebration of the Chinese New Year on Wednesday, January 29. Starting Tuesday, 9 p.m., the roads that will not be passable to vehicles include the following: the stretch of Quintin Paredes from P. Burgos Avenue to Dasmariñas Street, Jones Bridge, Plaza Cervantes, and Binondo Intramuros Bridge. Motorists from Reina Regente Street using Juan Luna Street and intending to utilize the southbound lane of Jones Bridge are advised to turn left to Plaza Lorenzo Ruiz, turn right to Noberto T, turn right to Yuchenko Street, then turn left to Ongpin to the point of destination. Those coming from P. Burgos Avenue, Taft Avenue going to Jones Bridge shall go straight to MacArthur Bridge or Quezon Bridge to their destination. Vehicles from Plaza Santa Cruz via Dasmariñas Street are advised to turn right to Quintin Paredes Street. Those from Magallanes Drive going to Binondo Intramuros Bridge shall go straight to A. Soriano Avenue to Anda Circle to their point of destination. Meanwhile, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority will suspend the expanded number coding scheme on Wednesday. This as it expects heavy traffic specifically around Binondo, Manila, where Chinese New Year celebrations will be ongoing. The MMDA advises motorists to plan their trips ahead of time. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I'm Marita Muahed. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.